Answer me a quick question. Which axis is up? If you are a Minecraft addict or a CS major like me, you will probably answer y-axis is up. But if you're a math, physics, or engineering major, you are more likely to answer z-axis is up. Good morning, muffins. Today we're exploring the age-old question. In a 3D coordinate system, which axis is up? Yes, this is a start of a casual yapping video I said I would make. Of course, there's no single correct answer. Just like day, month, year versus month, day, year, they're just customs and conventions used by people. Bro, why do people use month, day, year? In the 1600s, this homie called René Descartes started this idea where, with a plane organized into a grid, you can label any point on it with two numbers. Then you can describe lines and curves on the grid using math equations. As opposed to words like, this line is perpendicular to that line and also intersect that point. Yes, this was actually how geometry and algebra problems were written in ancient Greek and Golden Age Arabic textbooks. You can put them in any direction as long as they are perpendicular, but most mentally sane people just define them to be aligned to the paper that you're drawing it on. The axis going left to right across the paper is x. The one going bottom up is y. Then, to extend this to 3 dimensions, we just add another letter, z. Again, they could be anything as long as they are orthogonal, but unless you are a sociopath that does sock, shoe, we just align one axis to the direction of gravity we call up-down. So, I first did a quick survey of the homies around me. Well, as I said in the beginning, CS majors are likely to say y is up, while physics and engineering major prefer z is up. Still, the biggest influences by far are still math courses, computer graphics, and Minecraft addiction. Programmers and computer graphics designers think in terms of extension from a screen. X is across, Y is up and down the screen, thus Z is popping into or out from the screen. But math and physics goes a long way back to before displays were invented, so they think in terms of a piece of paper on a table. X is across, Y is up the paper, thus Z is extending up from the table. Okay, time for some more useful facts. In computer graphics and game development, we label our axes with colored arrows. Red for X, green for Y, and blue for Z. It doesn't matter which axis is up, Y is always green and Z is always blue. Now, beyond the debate of which axis is up, there is also a second layer to this, left-handed versus right-handed axes. That's right, axes of handedness. Here, hold out your hands and make the physicist gang sign, where your thumb, index, and middle finger are all perpendicular of each other. Then your thumb will be the x-axis, index finger will be y, and middle finger will be z. So, for example, in Minecraft, you can press F3 and the color-coded axes will show up. X is east, Y is up, Z is south. Look at the right hand and it aligns. Thus, it is a right-handed system. Likewise, open up Blender and look at the compass on the top right. Here, Z is up, but it's also a right-hand system. Finally, open up Unity Editor, and there's also a compass in the top right. Here, Y is up, but it aligns to the left hand. Now, since X is always across from left to right, we have 4 ways of labeling the axes. Y up, right-handed, where positive Z is coming towards you. Y up, left-handed, where positive Z is going away from you. Z up, right-handed, where positive Y is going away from you. And finally, Z up, left-handed, where positive Y is coming towards you. I did another survey of graphic software and game engines. And, well, it seems that in the 90s, there was a diversity of axes conventions. But most game engines released after 2000s, especially the beginner-friendly ones used by many hobbyists and indie studios, just stick to Y being up with right-handed configuration. though there's still unity in Unreal keeping the left-handed club alive. By the way, in a lot of these frameworks, you're not locked in and can change which axis is up. I just show the default setup or most common setup in guides or forums. Interestingly, in Vulkan, the successor to OpenGL, given the default settings or conventions, Y is down and Z is into the screen, so it is still right-handed. And apparently, Autodesk developed two different 3D modeling applications with different axes as up. Maya is better for animation for films, and Max is better for model design and visualizations. I just had to showcase their older logo here, as it's quite intriguing that the only difference is literally just which direction is up. Okay, now what if we were talking about coordinates on Earth? You know, in the real-life server. There's north-south, east-west, and up-down. Now, Earth is an oblate spheroid, so we're technically running on spherical coordinates here. But it's large enough that locally we can just treat the ground as approximately a flat plane. This is also called the local tangent plane, since it's a plane tangent from the sphere. There are again two different systems, cause why not? Geography data and tracking systems map X, Y, and Z to east, north, and up, corresponding to longitude, latitude, and altitude. While aviation operators use northeast down, as most things are down relative to an airplane in the air. But then we can also talk about coordinates relative to a vehicle. The navigation and control system in a land vehicle use front, left, up. Meanwhile, ships and planes use front, right, down. So you can see that between these two pairs of system, either X and Y are exchanged or Y is flipped, such that there's consistency in that all of these are right-handed. And I suppose X being forward is more intuitive. So in a sense, we all live in a side-scrolling platformer world according to the axis labels. But yes, the engineering department has spoken. In the real-life server, Z is up if you're on land, or Z is down if you're at sea or in air. So yeah, in conclusion, it's fascinating that we got like 8 different ways of labeling our axes in 3D. Well, suitable for me to nerd out and yap for an entire deep fry video. Tell me if you like the casual yapping videos like this, or how I can improve if you don't like it as much. I feel like these are like a new generation in the evolution of deep fried doodles. Well, I'm now still waist deep in my master's first year, so this is the best I can do for a bit. Anyways, if you liked the video, give a like, subscribe to see more. See you nada!